is the virtual Osteology Practicum for the Human Evolution class. I'm going to go over the basics of how this will run. I'm going to do the best I can on putting this together in a single video. And so let me start by saying that if you are taking this synchronously, then you will be able to reach out to me via Zoom to pose questions that you may have, and I will do my best to try to answer those. The questions will only go to me. Other students will not see them. So if you need clarification on something, please let me know. You will be opening up TLEARN in addition to Zoom for those of you taking it synchronously, and you will be looking for a quiz posted on our TLEARN page that will say Osteology Practicum. There will be 10 questions on there, or 10 stations, and you will have between 90 seconds per station and up to 3 minutes per station if you are not taking this test with accommodations. I want to emphasize that based on the honor code, students should not be working with any other students at this time. If you have any other student in this class with you, you should be separate and you should not be able to see each other's answers. You should also not have any materials related to the practicum in front of you during the quiz. So anything including the practicum guidelines, the skeletal handout, or any other materials that would give you an advantage on this quiz. At the end of the practicum, you'll be asked to pledge that you have completed your work without any assistance. And if you indicate that you have not received any assistance, that indicates that you have taken this quiz honestly. So we are going to go through 10 stations. Please note that for scale, I have an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper here, inch piece of paper, as well as a pencil so that you have a sense of scale. I will hold the bone or object up to the camera, and I will move it around as much as I can. I will provide descriptions when I can, and I will try to be as clear as possible. So we are going to start with station 1. And although this may seem like a long time, at times we're going to have 90 seconds for 6 of the stations. And this will give you time to go from looking at the video on Zoom to going into TLEARN and writing up your answer in the quiz. So I want to make sure that you have plenty of time to go through each of these. And when you know that you are confident with that answer, then you can go ahead and submit that particular answer. So let's start with station 1. We are going to have 90 seconds. And so I need you to identify this bone. Give you a second to start opening up your quiz on TLEARN. Do remember that spelling counts, so be very careful about your spelling. Points will be taken off for misspelling, and because TLEARN will be grading it, the closer you are to the spelling, the easier it will be for you to recognize your score. I may have to go back in and calibrate scores if TLEARN doesn't recognize the way that you've misspelled something. So again, please be very careful with your spelling. Okay, we're going to move into Station 2. Okay, Station 2, we have a skull here, and I need you to identify a single bone indicated on here. So I am pointing to this bone here, indicated by the arrows. Okay, so this bone here. Okay, so there is the front of the face. So it is this bone here to the side. This is the back of the skull. It is this bone here, not this. Okay. Okay, so that is our 90 seconds. We're going to move to Station 3. Okay, Station 3. You can see compared to a pencil. Okay, so you should be submitting your answer for Station 3. Okay, we're going to move to Station 4. And in this case, you're going to have to identify whether we are looking at a male or female cranium. You will have 3 minutes on this, and so I will go through and attempt to show you every aspect of this skull. You are going to need to come up with 3 justifications as to whether or not this is a male or female cranium. You should be giving me the strongest justifications for it being male or female, characteristics that are the most extreme. So I will go through and show you different aspects of this skull, trying to describe what I am seeing, and you will then identify if it's male or female. Again, the propensity of evidence, and then give me the 3 strongest justifications as to why. Okay, so we're going to have 3 minutes to do this, and I will go through and show you every aspect of this skull. Okay, so here is the face. you'll see there is a slight protuberance here. Okay. This part feels somewhat rounded and smooth. Okay. I will compare this. You can see this as compared to my pencil here. Okay. The back of the skull, there's a slightly raised ridge here. Okay, I'm putting my fingers in here, try to give you the best look at that. Okay. And I will show you this. Pretty flat there. Okay, so you should be working on your justifications. I will continue to show you the skull. So again, slight protuberance here. This feels somewhat smooth, round. Got a bit of a raised area here. Okay, so you should be wrapping up your answer for station 4. Okay, we're going to move on to station 5. Okay, you will have 90 seconds on station 5. Tell me what bone that is. Again, be careful with your spelling. Okay, you should be wrapping up your answer for station 5. Okay, please submit. Okay, and we are now going to move to station 6. Okay, station 6. You will have 90 seconds Okay, so for station 6, you should tell me, what is this? What is this tool? Okay. Explain to me what it is used for, and what information you would be able to, you would need to have to be able to do its job. Okay, so tell me, what is the name of this tool? Explain what it is used for, and what information you need to know to be able to measure, to do its job, to do its measurements. Okay, so once again, for station 6, you should tell me the name of this tool, what it is used for, and what information you need to have in place to be able for it to be able to do its job. You should be wrapping up your answer. Okay, that wraps up station 6. This is station 7. For this one, you will have 3 minutes, and you are going to tell me whether this is a male or female, and 3 justifications as to why. So I will walk you through. Okay, so again, for station 7, 3 justifications as to whether or not you think this is male or female. Okay, so just to give you a sense, here's my hand. Okay, give you a sense of the angle here. Here's the pencil. Okay, so you're giving me male or female and the 3 strongest justifications as to why this is a male or female. Okay, and this is for station 7. Station 7. should be wrapping up your answers for station 7. Okay, moving on into station 8. Okay, so you will have 90 seconds on this one. I'm going to show you a set of articulated remains. Okay, and you are going to be identifying this bone here. So this bone here, not this. This is for station 8. What I'm seeing is the largest bone. Okay. Towards the back of the foot. Okay, you should be wrapping up your answer for station 8. Okay, moving on to station 9. Okay, you will once again have 90 seconds. Okay, and you are identifying this bone here. Okay, this bone here. So there's the front of the face. There is the back of the skull. We're talking about this bone at the midpoint here. This bone here. Starts here, continues up here, wraps around here. Okay. Here's a pencil for scale. Okay, you should be wrapping up your answer for station 9. Okay, moving on to station 10, our last one, yay! Okay, in this case, you're going to identify this bone as belonging to a biped or a quadruped, and then you are going to tell me physical features, 2 physical features that identify it as a biped or quadruped. Okay. Explain to me why it is one or the other. Okay, our scale here against my hand. What does this shape tell you about whether or not this is a quadruped or a biped? Okay. Why is it going to be a quadruped or biped? Explain to me. Once again. Okay, so you're telling me whether or not this is a biped or quadruped. And basically two justifications as to why. Okay, so you should be wrapping up your answers for station number 10. Okay, so you should now have all of your answers for stations 1 through 10. Go ahead and submit each of those. Double check your spelling on everything and submit. Once again, I will do my best to take a look at your specific answer. If TLEARN marks something wrong, I'll make sure that it is not simply because of a spelling mistake, and will grade it accordingly. So it will be graded automatically by TLEARN, but then I will go back through and double check everything. Okay, congratulations, you are done.